Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Running back Jaden Blue should make his Cowboys debut in Week 5 against the Jets. We are through the first 4 weeks of the 2025 NFL season, and Dallas Cowboys rookie running back Jaden Blue hasn't been active for a single game so far this year. That could be changing this week as the Cowboys hit the road to take on the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium in Week 5. With Javonte Williams continuing to play like one of the better running backs in the league so far this season, ranking 5th in the league in rushing yards, 312, tied for 2nd in rushing touchdowns, 4, and 8th in yards per carry, 5.0, Dallas has obviously found their bell cow back. And Miles Sanders has been a surprisingly productive running back too behind him, averaging 5.9 yards per carry. The Williams and Sanders running back duo has given the Dallas Cowboys a consistent rushing attack so far this season, and there hasn't been any need to break up a good thing. That might have changed after Sanders sustained an ankle injury last week against the Green Bay Packers. While Sanders' ankle injury doesn't seem to be of the serious nature and there's still a chance he could play in Week 5 against the New York Jets, this could be an opportunity the Cowboys have been waiting for to make rookie running back Jaden Blue active for the first time this year. In fact, it could be a win-win situation for all parties concerned. For strictly precautionary reasons, it might be wise to give Sanders the week off so he can get back to as close to 100% as possible, considering there is still a lot of games to play this year. Plus, MetLife Stadium is a venue that is notoriously known for its turf surfaces that seems to leave players more susceptible to sustaining injuries. It's a long season, there's no real reason to play Sanders against one of the worst teams in the league this week, especially if it puts them at risk of further injury, with Jaden Blue waiting in the wings. The rookie running back not only has fresh legs, but seems ready for his opportunity to shine, and the Jets could provide the perfect opportunity to do just that. There's no such thing as a cakewalk in the NFL, but this Week 5 matchup between the Cowboys and Jets shapes up to be the most winnable game left on Dallas' schedule. The reward of seeing what Blue can potentially do playing this week seems to far outweigh any risks involved, considering the opponent and Sanders' long-term health for the remainder of the year. The only thing we can do now is wait and see if the Dallas Cowboys agree and make Blue active for the first time this season. Cowboys add Super Bowl champion weapon for Dak Prescott after tie against Packers. The Dallas Cowboys were part of an instant classic on Sunday night against the Green Bay Packers, trading blows all game before the matchup ultimately went into overtime and ended in a 40-40 tie. Dallas now sits at 1-2-1 and continues to navigate life without superstar wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, who is expected to miss at least this week and likely several more. To bolster their receiving core, the Cowboys made a notable roster move on Tuesday, signing former Ohio State star Paris Campbell, who was drafted number 59 overall in the 2019 NFL Draft by the Indianapolis Colts, to their practice squad, the team announced on Tuesday. Campbell spent his first 4 seasons with the Colts, but he never fully carved out a permanent role in the wide receiver room, despite his notable speed and agility. His best season came in 2022 when he recorded 63 receptions for 623 yards and 3 touchdowns. That marked his final year with the Colts before spending 2023 with the New York Giants and 2024 with the Philadelphia Eagles, where he won a Super Bowl. Now, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones and the front office saw an opportunity to add depth and experience at the wide receiver position, while giving Campbell a prime chance to earn a spot on a 53-man roster again. His experience would be a welcomed addition to the Cowboys' wide receiver room, which struggled to get much going against the Packers outside of George Pickens' 8 catches, 134 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Aside from Pickens, all other Cowboys receivers 4 catches or fewer, and only Jalen Tolbert had more than 30 yards. Campbell had an impressive college career at Ohio State, winning a national championship in 2014 and spending 5 seasons in Columbus, primarily under legendary head coach Urban Meyer. As a senior in 2018, Campbell recorded 90 receptions for 1,063 yards and 12 touchdowns. Over his college career, He totaled more than 1,700 receiving yards and appeared in 49 games as a Buckeye. Cowboys trade pitch lands $29 million four-time Pro Bowl star. The Dallas Cowboys defense continues to be a work in progress, prompting some speculation the front office could make additional moves before the NFL trade deadline on November 4, 2025. Dallas could still use legit pass rushers given the Micah Parsons sized hole that has been left in Big D. The Cowboys are hoping Jadeveon Clowney can be a temporary solution, but there is a potential trade candidate who is one of the top NFL pass rushers. Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox has Cincinnati Bengals pass rusher Trey Hendrickson ranked among the top trade candidates. Hendrickson has been in a standoff with the Bengals over a contract extension. What would the Cowboys need to give up to land Hendrickson? Bleacher Report projects that Hendrickson's trade value is a conditional 2026 second-round pick. Dallas would also likely need to be prepared to sign Hendrickson to a contract extension. Here is what you need to know about a potential Cowboys-Bengals trade. Hendrickson signed a renegotiated one-year, $29 million contract as a temporary solution. The four-time Pro Bowler is slated to be a free agent in 2026, but the Bengals could also use the franchise tag to retain Hendrickson. Even with Burrow behind center, Cincinnati probably can't overcome a suspect defense enough to make a deep playoff run, Knox wrote in an October 1st story titled, 2025 NFL Trade Block Big Board Entering Week 5. Therefore, it would make sense to cash in pass rusher Trey Hendrickson. Season-ending injuries to players like Nick Bosa and Marcus Davenport might help allow the Bengals to get something close to their asking price for the 30-year-old, Knox added. The Athletic's Diana Rossini reported in August that the Bengals wanted a 2026 first-round pick and a young defensive player in return for Hendrickson. They probably can't expect that now, but a desperate team may offer something close to it. Hendrickson posted back-to-back seasons with 17.5 sacks and more than 40 tackles. The veteran notched 46 tackles, 36 quarterback hits and 17.5 sacks in 17 starts during the 2024 season. Through the first 4 games of 2025, Hendrickson has 11 tackles, 6 quarterback hits and 2 sacks. Given Joe Burrow's injury, it may be time for the Bengals to build for the future and get something in return for Hendrickson.